I've been here program, 5 years. I have Sydney Rush with me. She's a senior. I have Sarah Jo Pierce with me. She's a junior, and Kendall Dixon is a freshman.
Nathan West, Darlington at 7 years, and with me today I have Brent Bell, who's a senior, Cam Selig, who's a senior, and Christian Teasley, who's also a senior.
Well, thank y'all for being here. I'm Stephen Frazier. I'm with Rome Area FCA. Coaches, Coach Rush, a couple of years ago, you had 23-6 record. I know you'd love to get back to that winning. And Coach West, you have an average of 20 wins per season. So give us an outlook, some expectations, and what you're hoping to see from the team this season.
Well, to come in, work hard, just get after it every day, just push each other. And if we do that, then usually everything takes care of itself. I've got a great group of girls, as always. I've got a great group this year. I'm excited to see the new roles that they take on. They're already stepping into some leadership roles and being great examples for the younger girls that we have. We actually have about 6 freshmen, so they're being great leaders so far.
Yes, for us. Can you hear me? There we go. Similar to Sam, we don't really, our expectation is really just to challenge each other each day, get a little bit better each day. And, our biggest thing that we preach each day is, that, we don't deserve anything. Everything's got to be earned. And so we're not entitled to anything. And so we come in every day. We want to create a competitive atmosphere. We want the guys to challenge themselves and challenge each other. One, to make themselves a little bit better, which ultimately will make us as a team better. So that's kind of our expectations each day, is just create a competitive atmosphere, challenge each other. Hopefully, ultimately, just get a little bit better each day.
This question's for coaches and players. I know you have a lot of multi-sport players, so it's hard to manage the off-season training. But what did you guys do from the coaching standpoint and from players individually to get better in the off-season?
Yeah, I'm really big. I have no ego about myself at all or the program. And so this summer I took a lot of time and spent a lot of time with some coaches, just kind of picking their brains, kind of seeing how they ran practices, ran their off season, traveled to several different universities, just to kind of, like I said, sit down in front of film, break down us, break down them, try to see if there was something I could pick up that I thought maybe I could teach better, help these guys maybe get a little bit better. And so, this summer I spent a lot of time doing that. And then, I'll let these guys speak for themselves individually. I would say and commend them. Their off season and outside of practice work ethic is unmatched. It's not uncommon for me to get late text at night throughout the week, all summer, and still going on now for guys to get in the gym, get on the gun. We come in at 6 a.m., do individual workouts. Our preseason, we go about 6.5 weeks of preseason, which is very challenging, more mental than it is physical, just trying to build some mental toughness with the guys. We kind of, I guess when you say what we did as a program to make ourselves better, that's kind of it in a nutshell,
Similar to Coach West, we spend a lot of time studying the game. You have new players coming in who have different gifts, different skills than the players that graduated before. So what system is going to work best for you? What changes do you need to make? So being a student of the game definitely in the off season helps in that. The girls worked tremendously hard in the off season this summer, went to several camps. They were in the weight room. They were in the gym daily during the month of June, getting better, coming together as a team and taking on those new roles. Definitely multi-sport athletes. Kendall and Sydney play volleyball. Sarah Jo's very active in our theater department and doing the fall play. So when they come back to school, they've got to, go take care of volleyball, go take care of theater, and then come in after that and get some work in. And all of them are pretty diligent with putting some extra time in.
For me, this year that I didn't play travel or AAU basketball, so I try to spend more of my time in the weight room and try to eat better and focus on getting my body in a better shape for this season.
I went home and played AAU in Canada. I got to represent where I was from, and spent a lot of time in the weight room trying to put on weight and early morning sprints. So it was a lot.
This summer, we really worked on building our team chemistry because we had a lot of new players that were coming onto the team. We worked out in the weight room. We did, normal practices. We went to camps. Overall, it really just helped us all come together and know our new roles in the game.
Just being in the gym every day, just working hard, trying to perfect my craft. Basically, that's just trying to get better at what I do.
Let's talk style of play here for a minute. Obviously, every year the roster is going to change, and you have to, run a system that best fits your players that you have on the roster. So we'll start with you, Coach Rush. What can we expect when we see the Tigers on the floor this year?
You can expect these girls to get out there and play hard. We've kind of always played man-to-man. I think you'll see a little bit of that. You'll see their grit. You'll see them get after people. I think you'll also see a little bit of zone play this year as we adjust with our clientele and our skill, everyone's different skill levels, and watching us grow and take on new challenges.
Yes. I think, kind of, we'll just continue to be who we've been, I guess, since we've been at Darlington. We're going to be an up-tempo style of play. We're going to continue to press. Our court's 94 feet, so we're going to continue to press 94 feet for 32 minutes in some capacity. We really want to push the ball up in transition, try to get early baskets in transition, whether it's an open three or a layup. So we just want to – we have the ability this year. We'll have a chance to play 9, 10, 11 guys a game. Our depth will help us hopefully to wear guys down and continue to hopefully get into their legs late into the game. And so we'll continue to kind of be who we've been since we, kind of our identity since we've been here. When, you're going to play us, you're going to have to play against pressure the entire game and hopefully play against a style you're not used to practicing against every day.
For the players, you're here because your coach identifies you as a leader on the team. So what are some strengths or your abilities that you bring to the team, and what are some areas that you're identifying that you need to work on to really make the team the best that it can be this year?
I feel like for me, I need to be more vocal because I've been in the program I've been with Coach West since I'm in 6th grade, so I know how he likes to run things. I know how he likes to do things, and I'm more of a quiet guy, but I feel like this year as a senior, I need to be more vocally as a leader and really help the younger kids know what's going on.
Kind of like what Brent said, I think I need to be vocal on and off the court and, just give 100% in practice, lead by example, and just so, the younger kids have someone to look up to. And I just think being vocal is very important.
Kind of what Kim and Brent said as well, just being a leader, vocal, and just teaching them that little things also matter as well. And so just tell them to just stay competitive, just keep competing and just have the right mindset.
I would say just encourage the younger girls. We've got a lot of freshmen, so just they haven't really been with Coach Rush any, so just getting them used to like how practice goes and how it's intense, and just come in every day ready to play. So I just think that me being like one of the only seniors that's here right now, just come in every day and practice hard and set an example for them, so they know that like we're coming to work every day and that we want to be good, so we got to put the work in.
Kind of like Sydney said, encouraging them, and being like a freshman, I really want to like help guide my fellow classmates through this season and like encourage them to do their best and to never give up.
Kind of like what they said, but also to teach them not to dwell on their mistakes, because it doesn't matter how many mistakes you make, it's the response that you do from them and that you learn from them. So just making sure that they know that no matter how many mistakes they do, like they're improving, and that's all that matters.
Awesome. Well, thank y'all for being here. Looking forward to your season. We're hoping to see y'all have great success this season. We'll be watching. Thank y'all.
Thank you.